Welcome everyone and thanks for joining me for the return of FIFA 17 on the channel. It's been a while, I know. I felt the only way I could get back into career mode and start uploading career mode episodes was to completely start afresh. Put the previous career mode series behind us and just move on. Which brings us here to now. I have decided to take up the hot seat once more at the Liberty Stadium and be in charge of Swansea City. A team that has certainly struggled in real life this season. They started out with Guidolin in charge, then he was sacked and replaced by the American Bob Bradley, who didn't last very long in the Premier League, and then he was replaced by Paul Clement, who is still in charge. He's really put his stamp on Swansea City, and I hope to do that as well in this career mode save. I really want to give it a good go. I want to be aiming for the Premier League title, the Champions League. Here are the objectives that the board have set for me. So they expect us to reach the final 16 in the FA Cup, and within 2 seasons in the Premier League, of course, we've got to finish in a Europa League spot. Well, as I've just said, I'm aiming higher than that. I want the Champions League. Some would say that Swansea's demise in real life in the Premier League all came down to losing their captain Ashley Williams to Everton. He's gone. Andre Ayew, who spent just a season at Swansea City, moved on to West Ham down south to play at the London Stadium. I mean, there's been quite a few losses really for Swansea, and when you look at the replacements, are they really good enough? Could the money in the summer have been spent a little bit better? I'm not sure, but I've been given a 56 million pound budget to spend in this summer transfer window, and I'm hoping you guys will come along and help me out with some suggestions. I'm going to leave it all up to you. Now, there are still some key players in this Swansea side. They weren't all sold in the summer. The first player that's got to be mentioned, who I would rate as Swansea's best player, is Gylfi Sigurdsson. Normally played as a number 10, can play out wide as well if need be. He's the one that always seems to be pulling all the strings, the puppet master of Swansea City. Jefferson Montero, going to be mainly used for that pace of his. He is such a useful player for Swansea City out wide, whether that's starting a game or coming on off the bench. Hopefully him and Nathan Dyer in this career mode series will be a real force in some of the top games that we have to play. Swansea City seem to have developed a bit of a loving relationship with the Ayew family. First it was Andre Ayew, who has now left for West Ham, but Jordan Ayew has come in from Aston Villa, and what a well-rounded player and what a useful player he could certainly be in this career mode series. Looking forward to using him. He put pen to paper in the summer from Barnsley for 5.5 million. Alfie Mawson, what a talent, the age of 22-23. He's a centre-half, and what a talent. Everything you hear about this lad is just all positive. And I hope in this series I can get the best out of him. He will be in the first team regularly. He's not quite Michu, but Fernando Llorente will certainly cause problems for the opposition's back four when there's an aerial attack on for Swansea City. Look at that heading accuracy, 90. His strength, 91. How many can he score for us this season? Lucas Fabianski, before I start this series, I did think, do I need to strengthen the goalkeeping position for Swansea City? I mean, we do have Norfelt as a backup, but Fabianski, I think, will probably see us through this season, may even see us through next season. But if we do make the Champions League, then we're going to have to strengthen. And finally, Daniel James, a good young talent who I think has a good future ahead of him. I mean, he's already showing signs of maybe wanting to compete for a first team spot out wide. Maybe try and take Montero out of the first team. Look at that acceleration, that sprint speed. Can it get any better? We're going to find out. This is how our season looks then. So we'll start things off at Turf Moor, away to Burnley in the Premier League. Only 3 fixtures in the month of August as we kick off the new Premier League campaign. Then we will be back at the Liberty Stadium to take on Hull City. And then we finish up the month of August on the 27th against the Premier League champions Leicester City. Moving on to the month of September. Obviously all these fixtures are subject to change with other competitions to be played in. We start September against Chelsea. That will be at the Liberty Stadium. Then we've got Southampton. And then we've got Man City. Bit of a tough month there for us, especially so early on in the season. So it is imperative that we get 3 wins out of 3 in August against Burnley, Hull and the champions Leicester City. Can we do it? I certainly hope so. Because if not, then we're going to find ourselves in a world of trouble, especially if we can't beat Chelsea and Man City. Because October also looks difficult for us, because we start on the 2nd at the Liberty Stadium against Liverpool. Then a week later on that Saturday we travel to Arsenal. And then the last 2 games of September look kind of simple. Watford and Stoke City might be able to get 2 good results there. But again, it gets a little bit more difficult as we are at home to Manchester United. Then we've got Everton, then Palace. Then we head into the busiest month of the season. Look at this. Spurs to start things off. Who knows where we'll be in the league come December. We have West Brom, Middlesbrough, West Ham come to the Liberty Stadium, as well as Bournemouth. So quite a tricky month there. And then in January, when the transfer window reopens, we've got Palace, Arsenal, Liverpool, Southampton. The window will then shut, which we might have to use. It all depends with how the season goes for us. Then Feb looks like this. City, Leicester and Chelsea. Tricky again. Our final game of the season will be at the Liberty Stadium against the Baggies, West Bromwich Albion. What a season it's going to be for Swansea City. Hopefully we hear back now from... Well, we've sold Key then. And we have had our offer accepted there. That's going to be my only signing of the summer. I want you guys to leave your suggestions in the comments below. I'm not going to make any more. But you can see that Key has been sold to Cologne in Germany. He's gone to the Bundesliga now for 10 million. And 7.5 of that has been allocated and added to the budget. So I'm bringing in Ruben Semedo, the 22-year-old centre-half from Sporting Lisbon. He wants 15,000 a week. That's not bad. He's got great potential as well at the age of 22. He's overall 78. Bringing him in just for that strength and depth for centre-back, really. He wanted to come to the Premier League. He didn't want to play in the Bundesliga and he didn't want to play in Ligue 1. He's coming to the Premier League. Ruben Semedo. Let's go ahead and accept offer. Let's bring him to the Liberty Stadium. Let's bring him to Swansea City for 10.5 million. So there we have it. First signing made, and that's the only signing I'm going to make. I'm going to leave the rest up to you guys. You've got to let me know who you think I should go for in the summer transfer window. Let me know in the comments below. But for now, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you all for watching the return of FIFA 17. See you soon.